Hi guys, it's Stephen here. I should be live. I hope I'm live, but hope you can hear me nice and clearly. It's a Saturday morning and I thought I'd jump on and do a little video about Jadon Sancho and Manchester City in general and get some comments from you guys as well. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to OneFootball for continuing to sponsor this channel. A fantastic app. An app that let me know about the news this morning actually about Sancho and City apparently intensifying their interest in the players. If you want to get up to date and keep on top of all the Manchester City news, the transfer news, especially with January coming, make sure you download the app in the link in the description below. It's fantastic. I promise you, it's really good. What are you waiting for? But today we're talking about Manchester City, loads of football news and all that kind of stuff. Firstly, let me just make sure everything's going well. The stream's running fine. I'm still pretty new to this. I want to make sure it's all okay. I'm sure it is okay. If you are joining in now, you can see me. Let me know it all works fine, and I'll get involved in some of the comments. Today, this is going to be about Jadon Sancho. I can see people coming in already saying hi there to Harry, Barry, Sean and Asad Mohammed. Welcome to the video, guys. So basically today we're going to talk about Sancho. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, if Sancho came back to Manchester City, because he's a very good player. Now, where's this story come from? I wonder if it's linked in any way at all, linked to Leroy Sané's future. I mean, it almost certainly is linked to Leroy Sané's future. I'll quickly say hello. I'm very bad, by the way, for seeing comments and not wanting to say hello back to people. I'm going to do it for a second and then I'll go back to the video. So hi to Levi, to Jack, to Start, L3D, to Mario. Mario, great name, Mario. Bro, it's Momo, Toby, Kieran, Sam, Eugene, J-Dog, and Ollie, and everyone else, right? For that point, I'm going to start talking about the actual video now. So Sancho could be coming back to Manchester City. This has gone live in The Guardian, of all places. Yep, not The Guardian, sorry, the Daily Mail. So, but it's from Jack Gorn. Jack is a very reliable Manchester City journalist. He's got a lot of connections at the club, and he's kind of gone big on the idea that City are going to intensify their interest in the mercurial winger, Jadon Sancho. He's very good, Jadon Sancho. I was very gutted when he left Manchester City. Now, he definitely forced that move. We didn't let him go. He forced the move and he went because he wanted to play first team football, and I guess in the end he was kind of justified. It didn't do it very well. David, thank you very much. David there, just congratulations on the engagement. Very nice. Very much appreciated. Nicholas down there getting ready for the day. But yeah, Sancho did force the move through a little bit kind of cheaply, and it was a shame how it happened, but he kind of justified it really. Now, would he come back to Manchester City? I think he would do. I think in general he always wants to get to the top. I think he wants to get to the top of his career, and Manchester City are that top at the moment, really. They're up there with the very best teams in England and in the world, really. And Pep Guardiola, Sancho does actually suit his style. Now, I think in general there might be an element of like, okay, how you left was a bit childish, but then he literally was a kid. People forget that. I'm pretty certain, well, we all did. I made some stupid decisions when I was a 17-year-old kid, when I was a 16-year-old kid or whatever it was at the time when Sancho left. We all do. We all make very naive things. So Jack, for example, Jack Harris just asked, is this an attitude problem? Well, Nicola's already there as well, so you can announce Nicola McInerney. One day it'll happen, don't worry, it's official now. But has Sancho got an attitude problem? Well, basically what's happened in Dortmund, he was late back from training, late back from training once, blah blah, and he got punished for it, rightfully so, but then they dropped him, then they subbed him off after 36 minutes. Being late for training isn't great. You've got to bear in mind though, the same thing happened to Raheem Sterling at Liverpool. He was pictured like doing laughing gas and all that kind of stuff. He got in trouble for assault charges at one point. He got into lots of problems when he was younger. Does it make a bad person? No, of course it doesn't. When you're younger in general, you do tend to make some kind of mistakes. You do. So in general, being late for training here or there and being a little bit cocky is usually just the kind of thing a young player is. Lots of Manchester City players have done very similar things at some point, and we all love loads of Manchester City players. So I'm not going to say Sancho is definitely a bad egg. Could he be a little bit cocky? It could be. It could be. Now, personally, I know some people who actually went to... Well, I know some people who know people who went to school with Jadon Sancho, and he said at St. Bees, he was a nice lad. He was nice. A little bit stupid, apparently. A little bit naive, a little bit, not the brightest spark, but a nice guy, genuinely a nice person. So I'm wondering if you just think, well, is he just not that wise? No, and I also know for a fact that it was his agent pushing him towards Dortmund. So you're thinking, is he a bit naive? Does he believe he's on hype a little bit, but is he ultimately a bit harmless? Then maybe. And maybe his agent's got in his ear. Is he a very good footballer though? Yes, he is. Now, the way I see it, if Sané's going to go, and it feels likely that Sané is going to go, and we get 80-90 million, we'd be stupid not to put that 80-90 million right back on Sancho, in my humble opinion. He's young, he's exceptionally talented. I think you might even classify as club trained as well. And he's got incredible potential. Is he as good as Sané right now? I don't know, maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't quite now. But what he does have is an incredible eye for goal, an incredible ability to play that final ball. That's one thing that sets Sancho out at his young age. He's not even he's basically, Dortmund have been a bit inconsistent this season. He's still got 10 goals and 11 assists in 21 games. He assists and scores every single game, basically. He's an assist and goal machine. He's fast. He's got exceptional technique. He keeps the ball. He can beat a man. He's capable of the absolute mercurial. He can curl it in from 25 yards into the top corner. He can beat 2 or 3 men. He can basically do just about everything. Now, I would love Sancho back at Manchester City. I think sometimes we have to kind of swallow our own pride a little bit, really, and just kind of accept it. So, will he come back to Manchester City? The report says that City have basically upped their interest in see him as a good player, blah, 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 and they want him. It's a little bit contrasting to the reports from Der Spiegel. Do you remember that German site that leaked all the stuff? They actually literally had Sancho's contract, allegedly. And in that contract, there was apparently City have the right to match any offer that anyone else does. And then we also apparently have a buyback. Not a buyback, sorry. Definitely not a buyback. I wish it was a buyback. But we have like a sell-on clause, sorry. So of like 20-30% or something like that, which essentially would give us a discount. So the reports slightly contrast there, but I do hope these are true, because if we have that kind of sell-on clause, essentially we get a player cheaper than everyone else. But I'll see what some of the comments say anyway. But I would love the idea of Sancho back at Manchester City, because he's versatile, he's skillful, he's got pace, he's intelligent, he's a very good player, and he can improve absolutely loads. I read some of the comments now. Sane is better than Sancho right now. He probably is. That's probably fair. Some people saying it's the way around. I think Sane is probably a little bit better. I think that's probably a very fair assessment. But Sane has exceptional abilities, we all know, and Sancho has exceptional potential, as we all know. But he's not no one, is he? He's not no one at all. Estimating HCP said left winger, centre back required. Chilwell left back would be great too. Jake Field said he wouldn't get game time. I think he would, Jake. I think he'd be rotating constantly with Sterling, Mahrez, Bernardo, and all that. I think we do need another winger, because we've seen how much Sterling's been playing recently. And I think Sancho, if he was here, would play a bit on the left every now and then. He's very effective on the right, mainly, but he could be there. And I would just like to see him back at Manchester City. It'd be nice. It'd be nice seeing someone like him come to the top club, because he's English for one, and that's really useful. He understands the club. And a FIFA champ there, but this would mean City will probably sell Sane. I think in general we probably have to accept that Sane is going. I think the likelihood of him coming back is very, very small. It just feels like very difficult. I mean, he's not going to sign a contract. He's injured. Bayern is still hanging around. I've got a feeling that he's on his way out. I hope he doesn't go. But it feels inevitable. And basically, when he goes, we're going to need a young, skillful attacking winger with ability. And to me, Sancho could be that person. I think he's mesmerically talented. I think Sancho alongside Foden are two of the most gifted young English footballers we've seen in a long, long time. And I want him at Manchester City. Sai Powie, I can't pronounce your surname, mate. Sai said, SAI said Sane and Jadon are a good player. The difference is Premier League and Bundesliga. Bundesliga is very different. I totally agree. But Sane came from there as well. Kevin De Bruyne came from there. So we can't always say they're very different. So we can't trust them. In general, you have to kind of draw the line somewhere and trust a league at some point. Usman says, why does Sane want to leave? I don't know. Maybe he's just not happy with Pep. Maybe him and Pep don't see eye to eye, but either way, and all I know is that he wants to go. If you want to go and a player wants to go, you can't really force him to stay. We'll never really know the full details, but I mean, it must be tempting to go back to Germany if you're someone like Leroy Sane, because Bayern obviously, they're Bayern, aren't they? And that's a big thing for a German player. Don't forget, by the way, tongue-tied. Don't forget, guys, by the way, make sure you hit the like button. Hit like on this video. Wakanda Forever said Pep should have gone for a centre-back over Cancelo. I think the two weren't unique, mate. I think we wanted both, and I don't think the Cancelo fund affected the centre-back thing at all. I think it wasn't one or the other. I think it was both, and we just didn't get a centre-back. J-Dog, thank you very much for the engagement. Congratulations. Very nice of you. Sancho replaces Aguero. I don't think he does, mate, really. He's a winger. He's not a striker in the slightest. So I don't really agree with that personally. I think he replaced Sane if Sane goes. A lot of people saying top priority has to be a centre-back, and I agree with that. Risky, stop being a spammer. It's annoying me, and I'm removing you from the channel if you carry on doing that. Yeah, I've hid you from the channel, so sorry about the comment spammers. Don't spam my comments, I'll get rid of you. Iana said, Stephen, do you think John Stones is good enough to be a starter? John Stones frustrates me because And also, Oscar's after putting on Stones. Stones has so much ability, but I feel like something's not quite with his head, and he's always injured. And he's always caveats with John Stones. Like, he can play a good game, but then he can be really weak. And I don't think he's had a really good bit of form since like 17, 18. And he needs to be better than that. He really needs just to kind of find his focus, because we look at the level Laporte's at, and Stones has been at Manchester City longer now, much longer than Laporte. He's exactly the same age basically as well, and he's just not reliable. He's meant to have stepped up so far as Manchester City's future leader, but he just hasn't done that. Feels like he hasn't really improved much in a few years, and I do like Stones, but he's just not reliable, be it injuries, be it his head not being quite focused. I want him to be a lot more than he is, and I wonder if he's ever going to get there. He's got a little bit more time maybe, but he's very hard to trust in general. Laporte is the most important outfield player. That's probably true, Thomas. Well, he's our best defender, so as a result, we haven't got anyone else to replace him. So in general, it's frustrating. In terms of what I want in the summer, a Koulibaly would be fantastic. That's from a United fan as well, saying, Sergio Khan said City should sign Koulibaly. I actually agree, mate. And Sam, yes, I would love Koulibaly. He's like 28 at the moment. We get a good 4 years out of him. He's one of the best defenders in world football. I want Koulibaly alongside Laporte to give Pep one of the best centre-back pairings in world football, especially seeing as Koulibaly is currently unhappy as well at Napoli. It just makes so much sense on so many levels. So get him in. Why not? Get him in and put him alongside Laporte and get the best out of him in 4 years. We signed Fernandinho at the same age, and look how good Fernandinho's been. I know it's not quite the same always, but if we got 4 years out of him, I would be very happy. And good centre-backs these days can play there. Koulibaly's big, he's strong, he's fast, he can pass, because he's learned to play under Sarri, that kind of possession thing, and he'd be great. Other than that, if Mendy doesn't get back, I would like a left back, but I think Mendy will be actually alright. So other than that, a centre back we need in the summer. Martinez would be great. I think we need a striker at some point, and then maybe a winger if Sane goes. That would be a good summer. Maybe we'll go for a left back, but I can't see it if Mendy Cowan gets his form back, because I just think there's too many to go for. Upamecano would be cheap. He's very good. We could get him for around 60 million. He is very good. It could happen. We've not been linked to him yet, so I don't see that happening. Will I need Licks Toilets? good username there, mate. Not sure if Will does. I'll ask him one day. What do you think about the rumours that we're going to recall Adebayo in January? Apparently, Tosin's done really well at Blackburn. Like, he started to grow into himself. Adebayo's got a really tall, ungainly physique. Like, he's really lanky, but he started to grow into his body a little bit, and he's looked less Bambi on ice and started to look really commanding. Blackburn fans absolutely love him. If we recall him, use him. I don't see the point in recalling someone just to sit on the bench. I think I'd rather use Taylor Howard-Bellis and Eric Garcia for that purpose. So he's very good. I don't think we will recall him personally. I think he won't want to come back as well. Actually, I think he'll want to stay unless he's going to play football, because I think he'll know, am I going to come back just to sit on the bench? So I can't see that. I would love it though if he does become a late bloomer and gets good enough for Manchester City, because sometimes players, there's no kind of like linear progression curve. Sometimes a player can reach their potential very quickly or be like that. But sometimes it takes a player like this, to reach their potential. It takes a little bit of time, and you have to be patient. So I think continue to load him out, continue how he improves, and maybe we can get back there in time. Matt Bennett said all he wants to see is Laporte and Taylor Howard-Bellis start together this season. Matt, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely fantastic. David King, who's just joined in, said, where's this come from? Is it just a question or rumours? No, the rumours are from Daily Mail. Jack Gorn is a very reliable Manchester City journalist. I know he works for the Daily Mail, don't judge him for that, but he writes, he's got a lot of connections to Manchester City, and he said City apparently going back, so maybe, just maybe there is something in this. And I don't doubt Sancho will come back as well. And we probably do need a winger if Sane is going to go. Fingers crossed, it could be Sancho. Albina said Howard-Bellis is better than Nico. How can Pep not see that? Howard-Bellis is a kid, mate. He's 17. So as much as I want to use young players, I am not going to randomly just throw Howard-Bellis in now and expect him to be perfect. I guarantee if you throw Howard-Bellis in, you'll start making mistakes at some point because he's a kid. But keep using him every now and then because he's got potential. I definitely agree with that at the same time. And I thought Otamendi the other day was good alongside Garcia for what it's worth. For Otamendi gets a lot of stick, and from myself sometimes, but what I will say is I thought Otamendi really showed his seniority alongside Garcia and really led him through the game. So you've got to give him credit on that point. So Otamendi as well, by the way, has genuinely been like a good servant to Manchester City. So I hope we all remember that as well. I like Otamendi. He's been a big part of what Manchester City's success. We've had a lot of success in the past couple of years and he's been a big part of it. And don't forget as well, as everyone's saying, LG and Cow456 said, everyone download OneFootball. Do it now. So let me know, right? Click the link in the description on your phone, download OneFootball and come back here and let me know you've done it. So, more comments. I like the video. Thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you very much. Do you think the tactics changed? The ground crosses used to happen all the time. Now it's always lob into the box. Spear, yeah, I think they have slightly done that. I think it's because we're not getting behind quite as much. I don't know why. Maybe our rhythm's gone a little bit, but we used to get a lot more overlaps. And as a result, we're not getting those overlaps. So we're crossing from deeper. And if you cross from deeper, you can't really do it across the floor, can you? But when we do get in behind, as we saw the other day with Foden's goal, we're still very good at that. So we need to learn to get that back on it. And fingers crossed we can. So Sancho, I know all of us said he's not worried about. You're right there. Did you just crawl past? Yeah. Did Nicola just appear on screen? I don't know if she did. I don't think she did. Nicola just walked past like that, dead tentatively. She's been getting changed and stuff. So, where are we? Excuse me. Bless me. I've never sneezed on a live stream before. I have now. It's because I'm sat next to this massive tree. Oliver Ian said Sancho's a talent. We're not worried about his attitude. It seems a lot of stories about him off the pitch. Yeah, no, I understand that, but I think that they're mainly about being late for training here and there. I mean, once or twice. As I said, Sterling did do the same thing at Liverpool, and, you know, it did actually happen. He was late every now and then, and he got accused of certain things and all that kind of stuff, and it doesn't make them a bad person, you know, like, they're only young. Young players can make mistakes. He's only a teenager still. Thank you to everyone saying bless you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, please get your questions in and I'll answer them all. Look, everyone's saying bless you. That's the. I've never had so many people say bless you after a sneeze before. It's great. Sane's probably going to go. KD the 8th. I think Sane will sadly go. Guys, by the way, I will be doing. Preview later. I just thought I'd jump on this morning and do a little video about Leroy Sané because Jadon Sancho, because the news is breaking. A couple more questions before I go because I'm heading out soon for a celebratory meal in general with Nicola's family about the engagement. Someone said Phil Foden should be starting. He should indeed be starting. Phil Foden should be starting. Yeah, that's it. It's Dylan saying Phil Foden should be starting more games. I totally agree. Mustafa, no worries, mate. Thank you for watching these videos. Matt Benton, Koulibaly, yeah, I mentioned him before. Koulibaly's fantastic. He's 100% my number one target at centre back, and I think we should go for him. I don't think his age is a barrier to entry there. Get him for 4 years, and he's one of the best, and I think he'll be fantastic alongside Laporte. So that would work out well because we've got Koulibaly in. Basically, he's like 28, so by the time he's like 32 or something like that, you've got like Harwood Bellis. He's only like 21. Garcia's like 22, so they're basically ready then, or 23 or something like that. So I think that's perfect. Jason, I will do a prediction later, so keep basically watching later on this channel. There'll be a video, a preview about 4 or 5 p.m. UK time. So anyway, I didn't get married, J-Deep. I got engaged. I'm very excited by that. Right, guys, for now, though, I'm going to end it here because I've got to go and get changed to go out. Thank you for all joining the stream. Don't forget to download OneFootball, like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff, and I'll see you very, very soon.